Hello and welcome to part two of affiliate marketing for business. In this lesson, we're going to look at how to launch an affiliate marketing program. I'm your teacher, Elliot Myers. You can pause the slide here to find out more about me. So the most important thing when you're thinking about launching an affiliate program is to always start with value. So how is affiliate going to add value to your business, and to proceed on that basis? So you should look at how affiliate will complement and help you achieve whatever your business strategy is. You should look at how affiliate can complement your other marketing channels and how it can help you target different areas of the marketing funnel. And you should aim to have a statement on how your affiliate channel, or how you want your affiliate channel to add value to your business. Now, this should give you sort of a really top level view of what the channel will need to look like, and it will help in all the other decisions that need to be made when you eventually go and launch your affiliate program. So let's look at an example. So for business strategy, what we have here is the affiliate program must demonstrate tangible incremental value by converting higher value customers versus other channels. So in this instance, you could say that your affiliate channel, the purpose of it really is to help to upsell customers. And, if you have this in mind, it's going to change how you go about doing things. So we have an example for marketing channels and funnel. Affiliate relationships with influencers will help complement existing social media ads. So then you have, if you're already bidding, running social media ads, you can work with affiliate influencers to help out there. And incentives used by affiliate will focus on upsell to encourage higher value conversions. So again, so if you were to say that you were going to run an affiliate marketing channel and you were going to focus it purely on just converting customers towards the end of the funnel, then when customers have worked their way through the funnel via other channels or whatever it may be, or have discovered your brand on, say, like a voucher website, you could only have upselling incentives so that when that customer does engage and interact with that voucher website, they're encouraged to spend more money versus what a customer would ordinarily spend. And lastly, a value statement. So in this example, we have our affiliate program exists to convert higher than average spending customers, and to allow us to work with upper funnel media that would usually require a fixed fee on a CPA basis. So as we've touched on, the first portion of that is about the upsell, so higher than average spending customers. Now, the last part is something quite interesting you can do with affiliate, which is you can work with the press or content bloggers or influencers, but you can also work with certain voucher and cashback sites that get millions, if not tens of millions of visits each month. And you can negotiate with them to appear on their homepage or in their newsletter, which would certainly go out to new customers that haven't heard about your brand before. So, it's important to understand they don't just sit at the bottom of the funnel. They actually have media that can help you engage with all of the funnel, including the upper funnel. So you could leverage a CPA to work with and access this media. Now, usually they may charge for a placement on their homepage simply because they're getting millions, tens of millions of visits every month, and they can justify charging for that. But in some instances, you can negotiate that on a commission basis, so that's quite good for you as an advertiser. And just in summary, as you can see from these statements here, we're forming a real structure or foundation for what the affiliate channel should do, and we're clearly demonstrating how it's going to add value to the business. Now, this is really important, people and investment. So who you have to manage your affiliate channel, and then their level of experience, and also how much money the business has as well. So if we start with marketing knowledge, does the business have proven expertise in scaling an affiliate program according to its needs as well? So do you have someone that can actually deliver on the strategy that you've set out? Do you have persons in your business in terms of tracking knowledge that can actually do the technical part, so setting up tracking and whatnot, or even creating a affiliate program from scratch, so building your own in-house tracking solution? And how much money and time do you have? So if you're a startup and you want to run things really lean, then your approach is certainly going to be different to a large advertiser that perhaps wants to build their own proprietary tracking solution, and they have a whole team in-house. They can pretty much do everything in-house. So what I have below is a really quite a basic scale, and where you have weaker expertise and low budget, I would recommend that you would drift towards an affiliate network to support you. If you're somewhere in the middle, you could look at a software as a service, also known as a SaaS solution, or you could white label a SaaS solution. So it's basically you take an existing SaaS solution and you stick your logo on it, and you can position it as an in-house program. Or you just go in-house, where you're going to have expertise with an affiliate to do that. And depending on how far you want to take it. So if you white label a SaaS, that's going to cost you some money, but it's not going to be anywhere near as expensive as building your own tracking platform from scratch. So that should help you understand sort of what you should be looking at in terms of launching your affiliate program. So in terms of structuring your program, the traditional structures, and I'll go through alternative ones as well. So traditional structures for in-house, SaaS, and network. So in-house, typically, you want to be building and manage everything yourself, or you white label a SaaS solution and you manage the affiliate program yourself. With SaaS, typically, software as a service is a software, so they give you the tracking platform itself. It is actually set up for you to self-manage yourself. However, you could get an agency or a consultant to help you manage it. And some SaaS solutions now are actually offering their own in-house teams, or it's some agency that they work with that can help support you there. And then the network, if you need someone to just manage everything for you, and you don't really want to have tracking and sort of an all-in-one solution, then you can go for a network. And the network have their own teams. So if you're if you qualify for the right SLA, someone on their team or a team of persons will manage that for you. Or you can hire your own agency or a consultant to come and manage your program for you. That's on an affiliate network. So alternative models, and these are new and emerging models for in-house. If you want to keep things super, super lean, you could actually just work off of UTM links via Google Analytics or voucher codes. And you can use those to track just conversions, really. So say, for example, if you work with influencers, you want to do your own influencer program, you could give them a voucher code or a UTM to promote, and they can go away and do that. And you could track voucher codes into your own e-com platform. Or you could track UTMs via Google Analytics, and then you wouldn't need to invest in a SaaS or a network or building your own tracking solution. In terms of SaaS, so you can part manage it, and that's the same for networks as well. So what some clients would do is they will manage, let's say, the top 10 or 15 affiliates, and then they'll let their agency or network team or the consultant manage the rest of the program. It just depends on what your needs are and what works for your business. There is a degree of automation to SaaS. Now, you could actually try to automate things as much as possible if you're a sophisticated enough provider and take quite a hands-off approach. I would always encourage you to take a hands-on approach. However, it is possible with the auto approval of affiliates, with campaigns that affiliates can just pull from the platform. You could put more or less everything in there and let them get on with it. However, that has its own associated risks with you need to have relationships, you need to manage what people are saying about your brand. But it certainly is possible. And on the network, again, as I mentioned, you can part manage, or you can actually self-manage as well. You can manage everything yourself on certain SLAs on affiliate networks. So if we just go into some examples, so in-house, we have white label SaaS, and in this instance, this brand's opted to run an influencer marketing program by white labeling a SaaS solution. So they'll just use the SaaS solution to track and monitor performance. And also in some instances, it can actually pay out the influencers as well to save them to invoice. If you're working with 50 influencers, invoicing may start to become quite tedious. But you could invoice it into the SaaS provider, and then they can distribute all the funds. In the SaaS example, for self-managed, we have a self-managed affiliate program, which is quite common on SaaS. And then the network, we have a network team managing an affiliate program for a brand, again, quite common. In alternative, in-house, we have an influencer program being run through Voucher Codes. So the brand is looking at just at the conversion level for what their influencers are doing. SaaS, part manage, as I alluded to before, you can manage just the top 10, 15, 20 affiliates. You could actually move them over to a SaaS and actually have the rest of the program on a network, or however you want to work it, really. And then in the network, we have a self-managed affiliate program. So how do you go about selecting a provider, a SaaS or network? So some tips from me are to always look at the service level agreement and the terms, especially the length of the contract, and especially look out for exclusivity clauses. So an exclusivity clause means that you wouldn't be able to work with another provider, or what the provider classes as a competitor. And also look out for contract length. If you're a startup, you may want a very flexible contract, so you're not locked into anything for a long time. 90 days ideal, but there are SLAs that are down to as low as 30 days in the market. Pay attention to what the default validation period is. Now, if you're not familiar with affiliates, that might sound alien to you. The validation period is how long the network allows you to check a sale for a refund, or to see if it has any other factors that make it ineligible. So, say for example, if the network's proposing 15 days for validation to occur. So after 15 days, all sales that track into the network or the SaaS provider are going to automatically be approved and commissions paid out. Now, you may have a 60-day return period. So what you would need to do is, at the minimum, add 5 extra days onto whatever your return period is, and have that as your standard validation period. So just make sure that you look at that. So if you have a 60-day return period, give yourself 65 days to actually check sales. After those 60 days have expired, then you have 5 days to check it, decline it, or approve it, or get it processed. Check out for the minimum CPA. So if the contract is saying that you have to offer 5%, and the way your profit and loss works, you can only offer 3%. You need to be aware of that. Make sure you understand all the fixed and variable fees. So there's very often a monthly service fee plus what's called an override fee. So an override is a fee on the commissions. So if a sale occurs for £100 and there's a 10% commission, so the affiliate is paid £10, the network may have a 10% override, for example, which means the network's fee for that is £1. So that override fee is charged on commissions, and it's just about understanding what those percentages are and what the fixed fees are, so you can understand cost. Check for any minimum fees, check for control. So some networks allow you to change commission groups yourself, others don't. So just make sure, it depends what you're comfortable with, but just check what you're in control of. And I'd get a minimum of 5 quotes, so from either SaaS or affiliate networks, before you make a decision. So typical time to launch is between 7 to 30 days. It really depends. But in my experience, about 30 days is about long enough. It can be longer depending on the complexity of the integration. So really, you're going to go through strategy, the structure of the program, the integration, which is often the longest part, and then finally the launch period. So, to help you speed up the process, strategy really, once you brief that in to the network, or more so to a network really, don't change or contradict it. So when they're feeding back to you on how they want to action or implement the strategy, or when you're negotiating with your consultant or your agency, whoever it is, just try to stick to what you want to achieve. And there's going to be a bit of compromise, a bit of leeway, but ultimately, they want to try and deliver what you've set out. In terms of structure, go over a provider that can make sure you've got a provider that can execute the structure that you want, and also the strategy, of course. For the integration, try and set aside time. I'd say at least 14 days. And that's not 14 days of your team constantly just working on this, but if they have, say, you give them 14 days and say, hey, we want to get this affiliate network integration or SaaS integration done. We want to try and hammer it out in 14 days. They can work it as a sprint and then try and get things done quickly and correctly. And then launch, one of the final things that can hold up a launch are having the right banner creatives. So make sure you ask the network about that and have a design team or designer ready to create those, ready to upload to the affiliate network or SaaS platform. So just some tips. So when setting up your program, do not allow auto join. I would say ever. Don't ever allow that. You don't want affiliates just to be able to join your program and start promoting and talking about your brand without you vetting them. Make sure that you talk to every affiliate that applies or that you want to work with, that they understand you, you understand them. It's really up to you who you work with. You're in full control of that, but do not allow auto join. Request template terms and conditions from the network or SaaS. That'll just save you some time if you're not familiar with writing those. And you can just tweak them as per the needs of your brand. Don't allow any PPC bidding on your terms without consent. So if any affiliate does want to do that, make sure that you have a conversation with them. They're clear on the keywords. They're clear that they have to use exact match. And just make sure that within your template terms that PPC bidding is not allowed without consent. Set a relevant cookie window. So for example, if you're an airline, you may have 6 months. If you're a fast-moving consumer goods brand, you may have 10 days. If you're a retailer, its typical standard is 30 days, but it's up to you what you set the cookie window at. Just make sure it's relevant and it makes sense in terms of the consumer journey. You can also set the cookie window by affiliate type as well. So you may want to give influencers 60 days, a voucher site 10 days. Again, just you can set it to whatever makes sense on a per affiliate basis as well. I would suggest you go to the IAB. If you just put in IAB standard banner sizes on Google, and then if you create those banners in a JPEG format, those are typically what you need to upload and launch a program. And in the integration process, I would recommend that you set up your Google UTM string. So how you want affiliate data to track into Google Analytics if you're utilizing Google Analytics. Just get that set up nice and early. That's all from me. Please like and share to help someone else. Subscribe helps me create more content, and there'll be more course material soon. And leave a comment or email. I can appreciate setting up a program, can be quite daunting. So feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.